Well, right when I started the live stream, people wanted to start honking. Hopefully it doesn't happen throughout the reading. Alrighty, so Gemini, we're going to be using the Black and White Rider-Waite Tarot deck. This is going to be a Love Edition, December 2025. Let's go ahead and see right now for the X. And if you guys are looking for a $5 tarot reading, you can go ahead and submit your payment down below. Let's see if there was anybody who submitted in the last live stream. Let me see. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Nothing yet, guys, nothing yet. But if you guys are looking to get, oh yeah, Patrina, got your payment from PayPal. Thank you so much. I'll be with you in just a second. So let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say for you. Geminis for the X, and Patrina, we can answer your question right afterwards, all right? So let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say for you. Let's see what the cards have to say for you for the X. Gemini, what do we have for you regarding the X for the month of December 2025? What do we have for you regarding the X for the month of December 2025? What do we have for the month of December 2025 for our Geminis regarding the X? Let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say for you. Okay. Confidence. I'm seeing confidence for you guys. Confidence. Ooh, I'm not even live streaming for Instagram. How dare I? How dare I? Let's go ahead and, forget it. I will just upload it to Instagram later. Alrighty. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and see. We have something here about confidence. Confidence is an important thing because we are seeing a new person coming in. I know this is regarding the X. Sorry about that. Because this is about confidence, because I feel like this person has caused you to be so negative, so pessimistic, to the point where your pessimism has almost become a bit cynical. It's caused you to be a cynical person, Gemini. So I'm seeing a lot of cynicism in your pessimism, a need to work on your confidence, because I feel like there was someone here who made you feel like you weren't enough, when really they were just being picky. They were just being picky, Gemini. And I think that kind of took a toll on you and your confidence. And it has caused you to be pessimistic to the point where it's kind of turned a little cynical. Your pessimism has caused you to be a bit cynical about life. But the thing is that I'm not seeing very much communication with this person, because I feel like this person is an avoidant. I feel like this person feels like one way or another you're going to get at them, or you're going to come at them in some way. But the thing is that I do feel like there was some form of reconciliation in the past. Someone here, there was a reconciliation in the past, but now, now it seems like now we're in a place where we're feeling like this took a toll on us. It has made us feel like we started questioning ourselves and how awesome we are, Gemini. But I think this person has just caused you to be so pessimistic to the point where you become a bit cynical about it, when I don't think you're trash, Gemini. You're not trash. But I am seeing very little to no communication with this person. And as a matter of fact, I don't see anything happening much in December 2025. You're going to get really bored really bored, Gemini. And as a matter of fact, I do feel like this person wants to come. They want to come through, but at the same time, I do see that they want to talk about things. I do think they want to speak from the heart, and I do see that there might even be confessions, hopes, fears, and or advice for you, Gemini, when it comes to the Four of Pentacles. I'm just seeing a thing here where your advice here is to protect yourself. Protect yourself from this person because you are a sensitive person. And when you have this tendency of when you fall in love and it just fails, it's almost like you're starting over with rebuilding yourself and your confidence and your self-esteem and then building your sense of ground. You really fall in love so much so to the point where if it fails, it destroys you entirely, okay? And what you need to do is you need to protect yourself, okay? I'm not saying don't be a hopeless romantic. I think we need sensitive people in this world. I think we have a lot of drama and a lot of crazy crap in this world because of insensitive people. So don't stop being a sensitive person, but protect it, guard it, shield your heart, okay? But the thing is that I feel like moving forward, going from December into January, not hearing from this person, and again, this is confirmation that you will hear from this person again, just not in December. With the Sun in reverse, you're going to get so bored, hence the Four of Cups. You're going to get so bored that you might act out due to your dissatisfactions of that. So let's not do that, okay? But you will find somebody new too, okay? You will meet somebody new. I don't think this is gonna work out for you, okay? So let's go ahead and go to our single folks. For those who are single and looking, not really wanna deal with the ex, don't care about the ex, and are not necessarily involved, because I will talk about those, that group of Geminis who are newly involved, so stay tuned for that. But let's go ahead and see for singles. Let's go ahead and see what we have for our single folks here. What do we have for our single folks here? What do we have for our single folks here? Single Geminis. For our single Geminis here, let's see. For those who are single and looking, don't have anyone around just yet, let's see. I'm seeing a temporary break with someone, so somebody might want to return later in life, maybe not in December, but we will see what the cards say. So yeah, single, but there is something here where someone hasn't let you go or you haven't moved on from someone. And it is telling me right here that there is a temporary break with somebody here. Someone here is emotionally distraught about this whole situation. So this is all, someone hasn't moved on. Someone here could be emotionally distraught, especially if you guys were involved with a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Again, little to no communication. So I'm seeing kind of the same energy, little to no communication. And I feel like for a lot of you, there couldn't have been communication with this person for a while, for a long time. And I'm seeing the nostalgia. I'm really seeing the nostalgia. And the cards are telling me here that someone here wants to open up. Someone here does not want to guard themselves anymore. Okay? From what the cards are telling me here is that someone here wants to talk. Someone here wants to reach out. And this is for those cross watchers who are dealing with a Gemini. But if you're going to be hearing back from a Gemini, their intentions are not serious. They're purely carnal. They're only looking to be friends with benefits or for a one-night stand. But I'm seeing, for those who are not cross-watching, for those Geminis here who are single, it seems like we have lost motivation in life. We have lost our drive. We have lost our motivation. But it's funny because the people around you don't see that. The people around you, your friends, your family, They don't see that. They see you just kind of working, doing you, focusing on you. And as a matter of fact, I feel like for you single folks, you will meet somebody new. A soul contract here. But I do feel like this is going to be a month where we're going to be focusing on healing and letting go of the past. Okay, so for you single people, I'm seeing the nostalgia is going to be something from the past. Okay, I do see, but it is something that you are going to deal with in December. I see that this is going to be something you're going to deal with in December, but eventually as we leave December, the nostalgia is going to be something from the past. It's going to be something that will stay in the past. No more nostalgia, no more thinking about this person, little to no communication with this person in December. But I do see this thing about somebody opening up here or not being so guarded. And someone who has been thinking a lot about that. Who's going to open up? Are you going to open up? Yes. Are you going to try to reach out to the ex? Yes, but be careful because this can turn into an argument. If you decide to want to reach out to an ex, because I am seeing this energy of like not being able to let go, someone losing all motivation and drive in life. And for those who are tempted to wanting to reach out to an ex, and I see that your intentions are going to be pure. Your intentions are going to be pure, okay? But it's going to result into an argument. You guys are going to get into a fight. But you will meet somebody new. Hopes, fears, and or advice. I do see that you guys will meet somebody new. But the thing is that for those who won't be doing the reaching out, I am seeing the shoulda, coulda, woulda. I am seeing the confusion. Okay. Alrighty. So that is what we have for our single folks. Now, next is going to be for our situationships, or for those who are in on again, off again relationships. Okay. So this is what I see for Geminis, for those who are in situationships or who are in on again, off again relationships. Okay. Half of the deck flew out. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. Let's keep shuffling. Alrighty, so let's see what we have for our Geminis for December 2025 for our situationships or our on again, off again relationships here. So let's go ahead and see what we have for our Geminis who are in a situationship or who are in a on again, off again relationship. That soul contract, though, tough to leave the past when that contract was signed by both parties. That's so funny that you say that. But there's a reason why you guys signed that contract. So let's just say if you were the Gemini and you were the dumpy, someone left you behind, you signed that contract. So subconsciously, you did that to yourself, right? But of course, in metaphysical terms. But there's a reason for it. Maybe you won't know about that now. Again, we're talking about it more on a spiritual perspective, right? But that's what's going to happen. Okay. So let's see what the cards have to say for our situationships, our on again, off again relationships. Alrighty, so Someone here is picky. Someone here is very, very, very picky. And this is why this person isn't putting any effort. Because it seems like they do this whole thing like, I know what I want, but you have a lot of what they're looking for, but not everything. Okay? But this is like saying like you have 90-95% of what you're looking for in a person, because it's the 9 of Cups. You have most of what this person is looking for. You have most of the qualifications or the prerequisites done that this person is looking for. But because you don't have that 5-10% of what they want, they're going to choose not to put any effort, or they will continue to not put any effort into this relationship. And for a lot of you, this is also someone who is fairly new, fairly fresh, especially if this is an on again, off again thing. This could be just someone who comes in from time to time, and it's been that way since the beginning. So we don't know this person enough. And also, this card is telling me this person is also still getting to know you. With the King of Swords in reverse, this person is very discerning. So discerning to a point where it feels like they're so cold and so detached from their own emotions that it kind of freaks you out a little bit, Gemini. Like they just don't listen to their heart at all. I feel like in the past you felt like you were the one putting most of the efforts, or you were the one initiating the most. But I'm just seeing this energy of like this person is still getting to know you, but yet again, it seems like they have this thing about how they're not going to commit because you don't have everything that they want in a person. And it's almost going to make you feel like you don't know what to do. And because I'm seeing this card, I feel like for a lot of you, this is going to be you, Gemini. You have someone right in front of you, maybe someone that you catch up with from time to time. Or maybe someone who you're in a situationship with, someone with a no label. And maybe you are extremely discerning and cold towards this person because, yeah, maybe you're still getting to know this person. Maybe you're still also building rapport with this person. But at the same time, you're like, I'm not going to commit if they're not everything that I'm looking for. And I feel like either you're going to come to that realization in December that they don't have all of the qualifications, or you already did. And therefore, you're not going to put those efforts moving forward because you don't know. I do feel like this person is going to be offended by that, and they're going to feel betrayed in a way, but not super betrayed where they're going to, like it would be in the upright, like the Ten of Swords would be in the upright. But I do feel like they are going to be a little hurt, but I feel like they're going to move on very quickly if you don't make up your mind and commit to them. Because I feel like this is going to be a thing where like you're going to continue to date them or continue to see them. And for those who are on and off with them, catch up with them from time to time. But eventually they're going to catch on. I do feel like they're going to be hurt a little bit. It's going to bruise their ego a little bit, but dirt off their shoulder, and they're going to just move on. And fairly easily, Gemini. As far as the Five of Pentacles in reverse, hopes, fears, and or advice is that if you are the one that gets left behind, well, it's about just getting back on your own 2 feet and moving on, putting that chin up, right? Getting over it, okay, because life moves on. But if this is you, if you're the one that's being extremely discerning and can't make up your mind, then simply this reading is basically saying that the other person is going to move on and you should just let them be. All right. As far as the Hermit card in reverse, and it's so funny that I mentioned that because I feel like once they walk away, you're going to want to reach out. On again, off again, right? So yeah, that's what I'm saying for you, for those who are in an on again, off again, or in a situationship. Let's go ahead and move forward. Yes, very picky. To those who are newly involved. Okay, for those who just met somebody new, just started dating someone. Those who are newly involved with somebody here. And then afterwards, it's going to be for those who are in a committed relationship or those who are married, okay? So let's go ahead and see right now for those who are newly involved. And then afterwards, after doing this and then the other general reading, I'm going to go ahead and do the reading for Patrina. So Patrina, whenever you're ready, go ahead and submit your question down on the live chat. I already know your zodiac sign. You're a Gemini. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and let me know what your question is. Okay? Alrighty, so let's go ahead and see what we have for those who are freshly involved. Let's see, who do we have for those who are freshly involved? Geminis who are freshly involved. Our Geminis who are freshly involved. Alrighty, let's go ahead and see what we have to say for you. For our Geminis who are newly involved with someone, that means either you guys are freshly into a new relationship or you guys just started dating somebody. Okay, so the love is there. And you definitely feel in your element because you are represented by the lovers in the major arcana. This is telling me that you really feel like you could be yourself with this person. You don't gotta change anything about you, the way you laugh, nothing. You feel like you could be yourself with this person. The only thing is that someone here could be quite busy, or maybe both of you guys have quite a busy schedule. I'm really seeing that. But for some reason, I mean, the reason why this is able to work is because you guys are just really taking your time with each other. There isn't this pressure per se at the same time. So it seems like one or two, or the both of you are very busy people. You are a Gemini, so you can be a very busy person, but at the same time I'm not seeing this pressure of like you need to see me every other day or anything like that. So that's a good thing. But at the same time, though, I am seeing also this effort of like not wanting to be fully transparent about how you guys truly feel. This need, I'm seeing this need of wanting to leave mystery in the relationship, but I'm seeing this on both parties, wanting to keep the mystery alive. So therefore, I'm seeing you guys being a little discreet of how you guys truly feel for each other. And I see you guys doing that with each other in the month of December 2025. But I feel like it was much worse in the beginning, though. I feel like you were a lot colder in the beginning, and I feel like you're trying to warm up to him. I think you guys are trying to warm up to each other, and I feel like there is still that mystery there, but at the same time, it's not how it was in the beginning, where there wasn't much emotion shown in the beginning. But then it goes from like you guys showing very little emotion or animosity towards each other to showing a little bit, but still leaving that mystery there, to then moving forward and feeling quite bored and dissatisfied with not getting more from the other person. But I'm seeing you guys both being this way, where you, Gemini, you want to keep the mystery and you want to be discreet in some way about how you feel about this person. But this person is doing the same thing as well. You're going to keep your distance, especially with this Three of Cups in reverse. You're going to keep your distance, or at least keep this person at arm's length. You're going to keep this personality moving forward. And I think what's going to bother you is that they're going to come off almost as unfazed by it. Like, I think you're going to be bored of not getting enough emotion out of them. And I think what's going to bother you the most is that they're just chilling, nonchalant about the whole thing. And it seems like that's going to be a bit frustrating. It's going to cause emotional turmoil. It's going to cause you to feel imbalanced and wanting to stir the pot to get his reaction or to get their reaction, Gemini, or to get something out of them. And I think a lot of you guys might want to stir the pot by either silent treatment or being cold or being distant. But you want them to kind of almost wear their heart on their sleeve when they're really just enjoying the vibe. And I think what you were expecting is someone to be like throwing flower petals on your feet and then kissing your toes. And I mean, that's fine if both parties are okay with that. But I feel like because this is new and this person is just really enjoying the vibe and you're not getting much out of it, that's going to be like, ugh, like I want to be the one to create the mystery and to be the one to not show much emotion. I want you to fucking chase me. I want you to throw flower petals on my feet, while I'm the mysterious one. So I'm kind of seeing that energy, okay? For December 2025. Alrighty. For those who are in a committed relationship. Now, this can also be for those who are married, but this is specifically for those who are in a committed relationship, long-term commitment, and a domestic partnership, living with someone. Why am I always dropping my cards? Alrighty. So let's see, for those who are in a committed relationship. Alrighty, so let's see, for those who are in a committed relationship. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and see for those who are in a committed relationship. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and see for those who are in a committed relationship. We are now worried about worst case scenario. And we're starting to prepare for that. Some of you guys are worried that this isn't going to work out. And you guys are waiting for the worst to happen. And some of you guys are slowly packing your bags, putting some money in a secret bank account. But at the same time, we're analyzing. And the cards are telling you that as your challenge, you should analyze. You should think about things. One second. I'm sure you don't want to hear that. Give me a second. Alrighty, so We are worried about first worst case scenario, and a lot of you guys could be involved with someone who sometimes you feel like this person doesn't care about you enough. I think a lot of you guys want this person who is just obsessed with you. I think you guys really wanted someone who was obsessed with you, or someone who was just passionately in love with you. But I feel like a lot of you guys are involved with someone who is too chill about how they show their love, but they're still very much for you. They're still very much for you, especially if this is a Capricorn, Taurus, or a Virgo, or if this is a fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. I think they're very much in love with you. The cards are just telling me right here is that you guys were just expecting somebody who is just die hard in love and kissing your toes and kind of thing. And I feel like this person's a lot chiller than that. They're not really. I'm not saying that they're not crazy in love with you or they're not in love with you. On the contrary, I think they are. It's just they're not so theatrical about it, I guess. And this is for a lack of a better word, okay? The reason why this is all happening is because things are just good. And maybe things are good so much so where you're starting to think to yourself, maybe it's just too good to be true. Maybe it's just too good to be true. And also because you're not seeing this person so Disneyland about it, it kind of makes you want to. I'm seeing almost the same thing about those who are newly involved, like wanting to stir the pot. It's too good to be true. You do have a good person right here, right in front of you, but you wanted someone, for starters, someone who was just diehard in love, and someone who would be kissing your toes, bringing you flowers every other day, throwing flower petals when you come out from the car from coming from work, something. And from what the cards are telling me right here too, is that we are going to move on. And due to that, at the same time, you're almost feeling like you're losing attraction for them. You're just like, I was expecting someone to be like kissing my toes, throwing flower petals on my feet. I know I'm using that visualization a little too much, but that's really what I'm seeing. I think a lot of you guys really wanted someone who's passionately in love with you, someone who's maybe a little theatrical about it. And I feel like this person does care about you. They have King of Pentacles and King of Wands. I think this person is very much in love with you. It just seems like you expected them to be more expressive about it, and they tend to be a little more nonchalant about it, and things are fine. It seems like things are fine, things are good. It's just this person's very nonchalant about it. Things seem to be too good to be true at the same time. But at the same time, you wanted someone who was a little more theatrical about how they expressed their love with you. So you expected the theatrics, but at the same time, a little bit of drama, a little bit of toxicity in this relationship. But because they're not theatrical, and because things are very good, we're losing attraction. We're losing attraction, physical attraction towards this person, and we might end up leaving the situation. But the thing is that it's not going to feel like a big time loss. It doesn't feel like a big time loss here. The thing is that I feel like what you're going to do in December is that you're going to start putting your distance by being too busy. Keeping yourselves busy to the point where, like, I feel like this person is going to start picking up something, but they're not going to know exactly what to do about it. Hopes, fears, and or advice. Look, if it's not worth leaving the situation, if this is a good relationship, the communication is going to be there, and the cards are telling you keep the communication alive. Also, as far as your advice, if you want more than this predictable love and this, calm, cool, and collected love that this person has for you, why don't you bring the spontaneity and the spice into the relationship? Okay? Why don't you do that? But for some reason, I'm seeing a hard time compromising with this person. Also, with this card, we might start noticing that, or we might start feeling like we're not compatible with this person, that there are incompatibilities here. Okay? So that's what I'm getting for those who are in a committed relationship. Now, I know there was somebody here who ordered or who paid for a $5 reading. Katrina, whenever you're ready, go ahead and submit your question down below. Otherwise, I will have to go to I think I have to go to the next sign. But Katrina, if you're here, please put your question down below. I'll answer your question, and then I'll go ahead and go to the next zodiac sign, since I promised I was going to answer your question on this one already. So, Katrina, whenever you're ready, go ahead and ask your question. I know that you're a Gemini, so whenever you're ready, go ahead and ask your question. Katrina, are you here? All righty, I'm going to go ahead and move forward to the next zodiac sign. So take care, blessed be, namaste, and I'll see you in the next live stream, guys.